How's it? This is vlog number 8, I think. Crashtackle album update. And this is going to be a different update. I'll just call it a vlog update in the sense that this very well might be me pulling the plug on the Crashtackle album. I know. It's not pulling the plug on the project, it's pulling it on the idea of releasing it as an album. I've been working on it for a long time. I've been collecting the music, writing things. I mean, it's probably about 4 years in the making. Actively recording the last 2.5, 3 years and writing still. And the concept is definitely there, but you know, I realized that in order, and this is partly also thanks to Danie Nel, who's a YouTuber. Check him out. I'll see if I can put his link down below. He's a music industry professional. I would imagine he's in music management or something like that in the UK, and he did a couple of videos recently on why you shouldn't release an EP, and he's speaking to young bands trying to make it as professional musicians. And why they shouldn't release albums, really, in that very few people manage to sell physical albums. He sees albums, and I tend to agree with him, as merchandise. It's something you keep at your table. There's no retail outlets for music is dying away very quickly. It's only really vinyl that there's kind of a boutique market for. But CDs and things, yes, there's still artists that has huge CD markets, but they are huge artists. And also in very specific demographics. I mean, if you're a boermuziek artist on the West Coast, you're going to sell albums. That's fact. You're going to sell CDs because that's what your listening audience wants, and that's what they use. But for a guy like me who doesn't have a ready buying, well, first of all, it's not like I'm going to record an album and sell it as CDs. One, I don't have the market, I don't have the budget, my aim is to get a couple of thousand listens per song every year. That to me would be like knocking out Billboard top 100. For a lot of people, that's what they do for a living, so that's what they need every day. I don't do this for a living. It's complete self-indulgence, and so I can afford not to make a success of it. Also, because recording it doesn't cost me money. So that's the one part. Also, in that when you're a small guy like me, I won't be able to sell CDs. Secondly, is I don't even sell merch. I don't have a big enough audience to sell merch. So again, it's kind of something different. Point getting back to the album is that I don't have a market for albums. Secondly, I don't have the stamina for it. I don't play live. That's another big thing. So where am I going to sell this CD? Door to door. It's not going to work. I don't play live. I don't have a band. I'm everything. So, and I don't plan to play live. And so what I do is I distribute it digitally, Spotify and all these things. And YouTube is technically my stage in that I post the video and a lyric video, and I try and push that around when I have time and see if people watch and listen to it and whatnot. And I realized that if I'm going to release an album, what's going to happen is, one, I'm going to need to do 10 good music videos. I can't even get the 10 songs done. I mean, my plan was to have the album out beginning last year. It is now April of the next year, and I am halfway, if I'm really honest. And I love the material that I've got, but I've also realized that because I've completely boxed myself in on a concept. It's going to be 10 songs, it's going to be one theme, da 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 da. And yeah, for the 4 or 5 songs that I've got, but I mean, I'm flogging a dead horse topic-wise. I'm talking lyrics now from the 6th song onwards. Now I'm going to try and force a square peg into a round hole. And that's another reason. I mean, it's not authentic anymore. And I'm going to release an album. I'm going to put it on Spotify. I'm probably going to have one video. People are going to watch that video, and if I'm lucky, 2 or 3 other of the songs might get played a couple of 100 times in its lifetime on Spotify. And it'll be a great experience to say, hey, I recorded an album. The reality is I'm probably going to do a lot more by just releasing it as singles. I can do, I mean, singles released with an acoustic version or that type of thing, like EPs in that sense, but ultimately to release it as singles is probably the way forward. So what I'm saying is I am probably pulling the plug on the album, which means I'll be able to release Crashtackle songs very, very soon. I mean, there's 4 that's mastered already. I would like to have a video out for them when I release them, but I probably might just put them out there so long and get, you know, YouTube done that I'll think about that. Point is, the pressure to finish another 6 songs is not on me anymore, and so that's cool. So I can have music out very soon, and stuff that I'm really excited about. Then the last little thing that I'm thinking about is dropping the name Crashtackle. I've only ever released singles and things as Crashtackle, and the idea initially was that I would be just continue under my own name, Danie Nel, and Crashtackle would be like an instrumental, crazy metal, do whatever I want thing. But as things go and my mind works, is I've completely boxed myself in and said, okay, well, it can only be that, you know. So the first time I put lyrics on a song, which was a song called Hammerfall, which I'm actually really proud of, I was like, ooh, I don't know, I'm kind of steering off now. And in the making of this album, I've realized, but I want to do acoustic stuff. But in my mind, I'm like, oh no, that's off limits for Crashtackle. Crashtackle is like punk and crazy and what. And reason I want to have a name other than my own is, as myself, Danie Nel, I record and I'm focusing on Afrikaans and mainly Christian worship type of music or Christian contemporary music. And my name is Afrikaans, it makes sense. It's not it's Crashtackle, Christian artist, a little weird, you know. So or Christian praise and worship singer is a bit weird. But also that I struggle with, I love the word Crashtackle, I like the idea, but I want to do more instrumental stuff. A band that's inspired me is Baroness. You know, they've got these beautiful instrumental acoustic things, and then they've got sludge metal the next song. And I'm not sure if the name Crashtackle represents that for me, and so I'm actually considering just using the Vortex Afternoon brand, which is my channel, which is my Twitter, anyways, and my Instagram, and just using that as the vehicle for everything else that is not Danie Nel. So that's the idea that I'm running with. So that is Crashtackle album number 8. From here onwards, I'll probably just have vlog number 9, because there will be no Crashtackle album update, I think. Yeah. It's kind of ridiculous. I get like 10 or 12 views on these things. It's actually more like a diary for myself, but you can link, share, subscribe, all those things that the guys do. You know, I'm not going to have any of that on. It's just if you want to, and I'll put a link into Damien Keys, and yeah, I'll probably watch this video more than you guys combined, but that's fine.